It's in your head because it's possible. It's in your head because it exists. Today I want to talk about the theory or about one of the principles, how your thoughts create your reality, how the subjective state creates an objective state. And the main topic today is the law of reversibility. As within, so without, as above, so below, as the soul, so the universe. I want to make a video about the soul itself, but not right now. I'm not going to talk about this right now. Whatever is your internal state, it will be your physical reality. So whatever your self-beliefs are, whatever your assumptions are, whatever, I meant not just self-beliefs, but self-beliefs, like self-concept, just your psychological beliefs is what you're going to see in your reality. A certain physical level, a certain physical quality, physical state, physical fact can produce an emotional state, a psychological state, a feeling, like how you feel. Like when you win something, when you accomplish your goal, you feel the fulfillment, you feel the joy. When you fall in love, you feel like a lover. When you defeat the disease, you feel healthy, you feel that state of health. But when you lack something, when you live in a moment of like always like lacking something certain, you feel like you lacking that something certain, and like obviously. So what are you talking about? Like, isn't it obvious? So that means subjective state, objective reality produces this subjective reality, this subjective state. Like, nothing new. But subjective state produces the objective reality too. It produces the objective state. Subjective produces the objective. Objective produces the subjective. So what am I going to do with this information? Well, create your own reality. Duh. Let me do an example. If you always think that no one loves you, that you are broke, you're like, you feel that energy, you keep feeling like fulfilling yourself with an anxiety, with all that stress, with all that worthlessness, you know, you'll see that you will first of all, it's psychological, you notice that. Second of all, your consciousness like it navigates, and like you set the coordinate, like your subjective state sets a coordinate for your objective state, for your objective reality. So when you feed that subjective state with a certain coordinate, aka your assumptions, your beliefs, the thoughts that like, or the words that you repeat in your head the most, aka affirmations. Affirmations, they're not always positive, like the thing that you always like catch yourself saying negative things over and over. Those are also affirmations, they also work. So you just set a coordinate for your consciousness to navigate into reality where this or that happens in that way that you imagine it, in the way that you are assuming it's going to happen. If everything has a potential to be anything, so like until something is observed, something is assumed about, it will not take that certain state of being. Again, going back to the state of to the principle of quantum superposition, where everything exists in the wave of probability. So until there is an observer that sets their focus on something, aka coordinate, like it could go in so many cases. Uh, unless there is an observer that sets that coordinate, sets the focus on their desired reality, if they set an assumption, their belief, this is what is going to be observed, this is what they are going to see, because all these things that already happened, like for time is an illusion, everything that you see around yourself is an illusion, everything has already happened a long time ago, it has already happened. And when you live your life, right, your moment right now, your now, it actually already happened way before, and you're just catching up on something that has already happened. Your 3D, your reality, just catching up on something that has already happened. You don't believe me? Think of something that doesn't exist. You cannot think of something that doesn't exist, because everything has already happened. Time is not real. Time, the time as we think of it as it is, it's not real. Your physical reality is not real. It's an illusion, and you can, oh my god, you can do so many things with it, so many things with it, and not just like the most basic shit as like, oh, I want to get, I don't know, a career, a lover, money, a house, a car. It's like the simplest shit ever. I talked about it before. You can literally time travel with it. You can do so many things with it, because everything has already happened. You can live in any reality. Literally any reality you can think of, you can live in that reality. And and mind you, you already lived in it. It has already happened too. You have already experienced it, because you have thought about experiencing that. So that means you already experienced it, because you cannot think of something that doesn't exist. It's in your head because it's possible. It's in your head because it exists. It has the version of you already has it. There's like multi-reality, like the multiverses, and the real multi-universes, and that reality that you're thinking of, or that thought that you're thinking of, like anything you can think of, has already happened. You just, when you set your focus on that something specific, you're just catching up on, like, your physical reality just catching up on that focus of something that has already happened. Like, so as simple as it is, you just have to, I have talked about embodying the person that has already already has their desire, their manifestation, their goal or something. But how do you embody, like I cannot just like, I'm not them. Like, what is she talking about? Okay, how it works for me, what does I mean by embodying? So in my head, like, there's a huge thought process and understanding of everything. So for me, it's pretty simple, but it has layers. Like, in my head, it has layers to that shit, you know, when I talk about. What I mean by embodying is just, as I said, all the versions of me already exist. And I just claim it as it is. I don't, it just like it's layers again. It's layered, but as simplified as it is, it's just claiming something, the version of you that already has it. Like, Okay, I need an example. I need an example. Okay, I have K-pop albums on my shelf. Okay, um, I want this specific K-pop album. Uh, I want someone to give it to me. Um, I mean, uh, I have had free concert tickets just being gifted to me from like total strangers. Oh, let's talk about that. Yeah, that's a perfect example. How did I do that? I simply did not like I did not react to my circumstances. Like there was a huge ticket war. Like the concert was going on. There was a huge ticket war, and I for first of all I couldn't get the ticket. Second of all, the concert is already going on, and the tickets that are here they're like so overpriced and like so not worth it, and I don't want to spend those money. You know what? I actually have tickets. I have tickets. They are, and the person who's on the way to me, the person, I don't have them on my phone. Sorry, I cannot get inside right now. But I'm waiting for the person who has my ticket. Yeah, they have my ticket. Just like something is in the way. I don't care that it's like some this circumstances, like people around me, like they're trying to get tickets and shit, you know, and I'm like, you know what? I have a ticket, and this person who, oh, that's like hard to describe, you know. Mm, they have my ticket. That's all I know. You know what? Not just one person, two people at the same time were like, "Excuse me," and they're like, "Excuse me, I have a ticket. Oh, take my ticket too." And like, and people who were like around me trying to buy tickets, they literally jumped and was like, "Oh, you have tickets? Oh, you have, can I have your, can I have the ticket? Can I have the ticket?" But two people were giving me their tickets for free. Why? I don't know why. That person just like, oh, I have a double ticket and I have no one to like to spare it with. Do you mind sparing the ticket with me? And then like another person is like, you know what? Like he take my ticket. Like it's a huge story, but like it was simple as that. I literally just embodied the person who, you know what? I have a ticket. And I don't care what like I don't care that my app is not showing that I have a ticket. I said I have a ticket. A person, a person has my ticket. A person who's in a way has a ticket. Two people had my ticket. Like that's what I mean by embodying. It's just like I claim the version of me who already has that desired thing as it is, as a truth. And if I have some kind of doubts, yeah, I either listen to like some affirmations if like my thoughts are just not enough, my embodying like making a decision is not enough, I listen to affirmations. Or even if it's like something big and I still have doubts, and I mean I can also decide that I my doubts don't manifest, it's obvious, but it's more like it's kind of on a, it feels on a way for me to feel the person who already has it, you know. But it's just my personal thing. Everyone has their own journey, but that's what I do. Like I listen to affirmations. If our affirmations are not enough, I just do like some spells and shit. But like I do spells only when it's something, you know, something that is I don't feel enough by just using my mind, but your mind is always more than enough. It's just my personal thing, okay? I'm also on my own journey, and I'm also not like a super guru master that knows everything, I can everything, and like blah 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 blah. Okay? I also have my ups and downs. Okay. Uh, so yeah, basically embodying for me happens in kind of a second. It's pretty easy. Another way, another way is pretty popular one, and it's so good. it's visualizing. Some people struggle with the visualizing, but I think there is kind of misconception about what does even like visualizing does to you. Like, what does it even do? Like, who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is he? Who's this? Um, so when you visualize, the most important thing, like people say, oh, I can't visualize. I'm such, I cannot manifest because I cannot visualize. Hear me out. The goal of is to feel that end state, to feel that fulfillment emotion, to feel that you already have it. Because, like, as I said, the subjective state creates an objective state. So your goal, like, when you win something, you feel that joy. You feel like, oh my god, oh my god. You feel like a winner. As I said, you feel like a winner. So for you to win something, you visualize that goal and you try to catch that feeling of a joy, of a fulfillment. So like you catch that emotional or psychological state, that feeling, the subjective state of your desire. And when you like, the more you replay it in your head, like that end emotion, that end state, that end goal, the more you will see things not like changing around you in your reality. Because whatever you keep your focus on, whatever you keep your focus on is what you're going to see around you. No, it's not you changing the physical reality. I repeat, it's not you changing the physical reality. I don't know, like how many times am I supposed to say this thing? But it's always just your consciousness shifting into reality, into one of the multiverses. That something is has always been happening that certain way. Because I'll remind you, one reality is just the one stable, non-moving frame. Okay, one reality is not one stable, and we shift all every less than a second. Like the number is huge, and we shift every less than a second between those realities. Every time you see a movement, is you're shifting between realities where you're making a certain decision, a certain choice. The time itself, like the time that we think it as it is, it's also reality shifting. Another really important thing that I want you to remember is in my mentioned story about me getting tickets, that your circumstances do not matter. What matters is your goal and your decision, the way you decided, the way that end state. Because also, like, I didn't just like embody, I remember visualizing being inside of the concert, like inside of the venue, and feeling that like excitement from seeing the artists, from listening to their music. You know, oh my god, why is it so uncomfortable? So yeah, another thing, your circumstances do not matter. They never matter. Literally, they never matter. How the fuck your desire is going to happen is none of your business. It's none of your business. It is none of your business. Okay, you decided. You made a decision. So no matter what is showing up in your 3D reality, your circumstances do not matter. Never, never, never. It's okay to acknowledge them. You don't have to toxically make the 3D or your circumstances your enemy. It's okay to acknowledge it and say, it's here. But after all, the 3D obeys you. After all, you the gold, you the god, you the real universe. So yeah, uh, how your desire, how your manifestation is going to happen is none of your business. It's going to happen in the best possible way anyways. That's when you have to keep reminding yourself that it doesn't matter how, I just know that it's going to happen in the best possible way. Because sometimes if you focus too much, it can slow down in a way that like you're focusing on this way, but actually your higher self, or they say the universe, actually prepared for you the better way for it to happen. But since you're focusing too much on something that is like not there, it's like maybe you can slow down. But I don't know, it's so debatable. I guess maybe I have a limited belief on this. You can never say the nothing is a fact, nothing is a truth, nothing is a lie. Anything is possible. Here it's a lie, there is a truth. Um, it's like literally just depends on you, but you can do anything, literally anything, 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 anything. Everything's possible, everything's possible, everything's possible, everything's possible, everything's possible.